This video is sponsored by thedeckofmany.com, who currently have a Kickstarter going on right now for Humblewood, a campaign setting for 5e that includes new birdfolk player races, new monsters, a compelling adventure. Go check it out and become a backer, it's pretty cool. Hey everybody, it's your boy, Green Taking 20, and welcome to this type of video that I haven't done in a while, where I'm kind of just talking at a camera. So, recently, I was going through a lot of my Google Docs, and I found that I haven't deleted a lot of my old adventures, and I thought it would be kind of fun if I would go through them and show you how terrible they were, because they're terrible. I've skimmed a few of them, so this is a little raw. I don't actually know a whole lot of what's going to be in here, so it's just going to be a video full of surprises for you and me. Let's just point out the fact that most of these adventures I wrote when I was younger. I'm already kind of young, but like, I was in high school, I think. This is when I first started playing D&D. And I kind of first started playing D&D about 6 years ago. I know there's a lot of old people out there who are just like, you just started playing. These are going to be very weird and very terribly written. And you know what? You all can just kind of cringe with me. And isn't that just wonderful? This is going to be just so much fun for both of us. My D&D drive is huge. I don't even know where to start. I know that all the old stuff is in here, in my old Akis Immortals Ember Warriors game. But before this game, we played a game called Inconsistencies. It was just called Inconsistencies, and the reason it was called Inconsistencies was because we played 3.5, and back then dwarves had this ability where you could see inconsistencies in stones, and Colton, my roommate, was playing a dwarf barbarian who had the tendency to, every time he stepped into a room, to say, "Are there any inconsistencies in the stones?" And it became kind of a meme, so that's why it's called that. This is overall the first D&D game I ever ran, and I decided to go, you know what, I'm gonna homebrew the game, and I could come up with good stories, right? I was like 17, 16. Adventures! In all caps. Okay, the long journey. The long journey. This is already so bad. Okay, so I really liked this font called Patua 1, and I don't know why. I don't use it anymore. I don't know why I was typing in 12 font either. The fight with Gemelix will be tough. Ooh, yes it will. He is an ancient blue dragon and will not relent. What does this mean? He will, however, escape if he can when his health is low. So, already off to a really good start here. New DMs, if you're setting up a boss fight and you want this boss fight to be impactful for your players and you want them to really feel a lot of terror when they're fighting something like an ancient blue dragon, just make sure in your notes at the top of the document to put, "The fight will be tough, he will not relent, and he will escape if his health is low." So he will relent, old Jacob. He sure will relent. Gemlix will be attacking the city as much as he can. He will fight the party if they prove a nuisance. What is happening? I don't even know what's going on in this adventure. I have no context. I don't know if we ever even ran this game. The journey to the end. Thoril, okay, Thoril is somebody I remember. So there was, in fact, a game before this one. I know Logan ran it, and we all made 3.5 characters, and it was me and Tyler and Grace. We all made little characters for that game, and I remember Tyler's character's name being Thoril, and we were kind of attached to the character. He was like this half-elf bard sailor guy. Thoril will explain that the portal to the material plane has been repaired, but only in... He leaves it up to the party to find... Okay, so we should explain this as well. So, another part of my world and story is Ragnarok. Ragnarok was like my first villain. Real creative, right? His just name was Ragnarok, and he was just the evil guy. That's it. He was just a big evil, big bad guy. And apparently there was a portal to bring him to his end. Game. October 28th, 2016. Was that when it was last modified? When was it created? If this is 3 years ago, this is really gonna go. Game. Game completed. So this means we played these. Let's see if I remember. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Floating city in the plane of air, being constantly attacked by demons and devils. The monstrosities are a large concern. Locales causing a lot of fear and distraught. People think the Tomb of the Wizard Lord is causing these attacks. Unknown with a drinking habit. Okay, so there's some lore here to a floating city in the plane of air. Oh god, I remember this. I don't know what my thought process was for this, but I thought it would be hilarious if I just made some funny ass shit for this one, because I specifically remember thinking it was so funny to make the city of Poo Biscuit, also known as Poo Biscuit. There's the city of Poo Biscuit. You remember that? You remember the city of Poo Biscuit? There was a store in it that was basically like a D&D IKEA, and it was called Big Industrial Grade Domicile of Inventory, Capacity, and Knowledge, also known as Big Dick. Why did I fucking write this? We got the Temple of Order with this awful bubblegum font. Thank you, Bubblegum Sands. When the PCs arrive at this island, it is desolate and completely empty. Sand dunes for miles. Incredible writing. Suddenly, this is a joke that a lot of my friends already have if you watch any of my games, where I say suddenly a lot because I like to surprise them and be like, suddenly dust mephits! Suddenly, a dust mephit shows up and stares. He just shows up. If the PCs get close, it will run up and poke it. If the PCs get close, it will run up and poke it. Does it just run up to them and poke itself? What is this grammar? If they anger it, they will attack. Does it just poke them? If the PCs encounter the mephits, when one is left, a man riding a white beast will run in and kill the final one. Okay. If the PCs ignore the mephits, a man riding a white beast will run in and attack it. No matter what, man riding a white beast shows up. The man introduced himself as Pythagoras. The man who created the Pythagoras theorem. A Crimson Knight. That's probably a faction, but I don't know. He asks their business. What's your business? He will take them back to the temple in order to meet Ash. Why is his name Pythagoras, but her name's Ash? They are taken along the bridge to the temple. Elix will run up and look at everyone. He just looks at them? Why are there so many things that just run up and just look? They just stare. They don't do anything else. You know, typically in well-written adventures, it just explains what their bonds and flaws and traits and, you know, what they're planning on doing, instead of just, they go up and they stare, and then they wait for something to happen. Elix will run up and look at everyone, exclaiming how their hair is beautiful. This guy's creepy. Galuthel will ask her to stop. Oh, so Elix is a girl. Okay, so she runs up and says everybody's hair is beautiful. First she stares. Then she says everybody's hair is beautiful. And then this other chick runs in and says, stop it. And she will. And she will. Galuthel will ask them to follow her. And then Pythagoras will leave and pet Rogar. These names are awful. I don't know why he's petting is Rogar the name of his white beast. Rogar the white beast. Somebody make lore for this. Just these characters, and they're just stuck in this shitty adventure. They're like, why do we keep running into rooms and staring at things? Galuthel will get Ash's attention. She will walk over and introduce herself and ask what you are all doing here. What are you all doing here? First she runs up, then she stares, and then she goes, what are you all doing here? After the PCs relate to what's happened, she will introduce everyone. She will then lead them to the door. Is it the door? Like the door from the video, the door? A large door sits in the middle of the Golden Hall. She explains that they are trying to stop the Dalek. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I had this old faction called the Dalek, and they were like Bad guys. She will explain that they are ex-Dalek and want to stop their plans. What the fuck are their plans? What are they planning on doing? Why? The giant door spawns a large hand when pushed, slammed, or anything besides knocking. The hand will hit them reflex. Save 23 1d4, I'm assuming, damage. The door can only be opened if knocked and asked very nicely. I found it! It's here! The door! It is, wow, it's in notes, guys. Wow, we played this. Ash is notified. Ash will be completely shocked, storm inside. Ash will be completely shocked, storm inside. The door will close immediately. When re-entering, okay, why does it close though? So it just, okay, so she goes, then she runs in and then it shuts and then the players can just go open and it just opens like, what is this design? Why does it close? I don't understand. When re-entering, there will be a gelatinous cube with her inside it. Oh. So like the players open it and then she runs in and then it closes and then they open it and then she runs to the gelatinous cube and it's to like, so they don't stop her from going to the gelatinous cube. Okay. I don't remember this happening. I'm pretty sure they just didn't tell anybody and they just went in. Because I don't know how she would have been notified. Would they go tell her? Hey, we opened the door. And she just runs in and they're like, oh shit, she's really fast. Sonic the Hedgehog just ran in and he went into a gelatinous cube. At the very end of the hallway is a room. Here lies the skull of a beggar, a wise man, and a king. Each should find rest in the appropriate thing, for each mistake is the pain you bring. I guarantee you I did not write this. I 100% stole this from Reddit. I'm gonna fucking actually Google it. And if this is not anywhere. Here it is! From 2014, 5 years ago. Oh my god! From the fucking subreddit. It's just... I just ripped it. I was like, I need a puzzle. And I probably did that with the door, too. I was like, fuck, we're gonna have about 12 people playing tomorrow's game. We gotta, all right, I'll just go to Reddit, and I'll just find these puzzles, and I'll just put them in, and I'll just random name generator and make up NPCs. Probably why it's so shorthand was just because I was writing it so quickly. I'm not trying to defend this. This is awful, awful shit. Oh, okay, so the puzzle is that each skull lies. So it says, here lie the skulls of a beggar. Whoa! Whoa! When completed, this sound plays. Oh my god, the link works. Okay. That got me. Temple exit. All the agents. Why are they called agents now? I thought they were Crimson Knights. All the agents stand with their weapons drawn, blaming them for the death of Ash or for the rune. That's, okay, yeah, I also did this a lot when I was writing stuff back then. I don't really do much anymore. Where, like, I would have an idea for something. This is just straight up advice for Dungeon Masters. If you create a situation where you want a conflict to happen, always allow the player characters to avoid said conflict. Because they don't like it when you create conflict and then they find a reasonable way to avoid the conflict, but you just make the conflict happen anyways. And I did that preemptively in my notes. You could, like, all the agents stand with weapons drawn, blaming them for the... So if Ash dies, the people get mad at them. Or if they just complete the quest, the people get mad at them. So no matter what, the people get mad at them. And it's like, okay, they just can't avoid that. And I think it's because combat will start when suddenly Thorn will call them all to the docks. If everyone runs to the docks, they will be thrown onto a ship by who? Thorn? He just yeets them. He just get the fuck, get on my ship. Come here, get on my ship. And he just, there's no save. He just fucking yeets him onto the ship. Thorn will sail the Forward off the water. Is the ship called the Forward? He will sail the Forward, or is he gonna sail forward off the water? Everyone must do a reflex save. Okay, now they can do a reflex save. They can't do it before when he yeeted them onto the ship, but you know, now they can. Anyone who gets below 10 will get thrown off the ship. Thorn come over and just Throw him back up. They're not even getting thrown out by the waterfall. He's just chucking them off the side of the ship. Just throwing them. Just get off! And at that point, there's a reflex save because they don't want to leave the ship, right? Thorn reveals himself to be Thoril. What a twist! He poofed through a portal with the demon tied around his... What? What? Huh? What is this deep lore? He poofed through a portal with the demon tied around his rope? They appeared in the middle of that temple. They all fought the shadow and killed it. He ended up joining them for safety. He eventually knew someone would show up and he would escape. So the lore here is that Thoril was just being a guy, and he tied his rope around a demon, and he went through a portal and ended up at this temple, and then the other guys killed him, and then he decided, I just disguise myself, because eventually something will happen. What the fuck is this Shyamalan twist that I tried to implement into this game? The revealing. This is either going to be sex or some more Shyamalan shit. Oh, fuck, it's dialogue. I don't want to see this at all. Okay. You dare invoke your presence here. You think you can actually prevent my plans? My power and might? So you wish to learn? Fight me, like the dogs you are. Who is Daime? Oh, fuck. I kind of remember who this was. It was like some NPC chick that they had to save. Ooh. Who is Daime? We are Daime. See, what? What? I'm sorry, what? What the fuck is this? When I first returned to the material plane, I needed a disguise. She was it. Oh, yeah, okay. This is fucking Ragnarok revealing that he was some NPC the character stressed the whole time. Why did I write the fucking dialogue for this? Like, it was gonna be so cool as if I'm like DMing over here and then I'm like reading it like a goddamn script over here. Like, what? I slipped into the... He slipped in. She became a problem. Her humanness began corrupting me. I had no way of destroying her. We began to die. I needed an alternative. I needed to keep living, to keep eating. I must devour more. Why is it so like this? I had to make an offspring. Oh no, a Horcrux. I attempted this on many more. Oh, what? It got bad, and it's not appropriate for YouTube. That's how bad it got. So I'm not gonna finish it. And you know what? That's a good place to end this. So yay! I'm probably never gonna do this again unless you guys really fucking love it, because I didn't. This was not fun. This was awful, and I kind of want to die, and I shouldn't be allowed to write anything anymore. In any case, this video was sponsored by thedeckofmany.com. They actually have a Kickstarter going on right now, unless this is in the future. Humblewood is a campaign setting for 5th edition that includes new birdfolk player races, new monsters, a compelling adventure, and more. So go check that out. They're sponsoring this video, and they're really cool. So if you want to, you know, help me get more sponsors in the future, but also you like this video and you want to check out some cool stuff that other people who like D&D stuff are making, then go check out that Kickstarter. And I'll be back next week with another video.